knows what she's doing. Yeah, that's how you play housewives, Bose. That's how you play housewives. Right? And by the way, I didn't know if she should be referred to as Bose or Boz, but last night I took specific note now that we're in like this many episodes in, and it's Bose, according to Dorit and according to Satine. So I'm gonna call her by the proper name. But good job. Stir that pot between Dorit and Kyle. Bose, that's what we want. Why did she invite Camille? Oh, Bose, you know what you're doing. You were a chief marketing officer at Netflix and Pepsi, and wow, it's a very impressive career. Did you see recently? Very good friend of mine, Bethenny Frankel. Do you guys know my good friend Bethenny Frankel? I don't know when this exactly happened. I think it was but I think it was semi-recent. Miss Frankel ran into Bose on a flight, and seems Bethany was seated further back from her. And apparently, Bose was one of the first guests on Bethany's podcast. Bethany's podcast, they can't even speak. Now, I don't know which podcast because Miss Frankel has had many incarnations of her podcast. But apparently, she just, as like a CMO of all these companies, she was the first guest. And Bethany went up to Bose and said, "Hey." And Bose said, "Hey, I'm shocked you remembered me." Now, I think it's someone on the plane said to Bethany, "Hey, did you say hi to the new housewife?" There she is, and it's Bose. And Bethany said, "Oh, I know Bose. She was on my podcast." According to Bethany had no idea that Bose was an RHOBH. Now, by the time she went up to her, she knew because I think the person told her. But this Bethany, she don't know nothing about housewives, right? It's just she talks about it all the time. But I thought Bose was like, "Wow, you know who I am?" Everyone is impressed when Bethany knows who they are. So there you go. She's going to do very well. And she also looks to the camera and says, not a second, not a moment goes by with these women where, there isn't some psychosis, there isn't some delusion, there isn't something which happens. And she's got a really good point. She's got a really good point. She's learning Housewives. She knows how to play it. And she's basically telling us that the psychosis and delusion that of these women and how they just pick at things. And if something is just gonna fade off and just not happen, someone just naps it like you're grabbing a little something and makes it an issue. She's got a point. Bose, I think when did everyone listen to our chat with Catherine Edwards this past Monday? Really, we love Catherine, and she'll be back. She will be back. But Bose said that Kyle weaponizes stuff against Dorit. So Bose has also started up here, but she's realizing that Kyle weaponized stuff against Dorit. And when Catherine was on, Catherine said to me, "I wonder who Bose is going to fight with." And I said at that time, and we were like a few episodes prior, I said, it seems like she's not such a fan of Kathy. It seems like Kyle. And I'm going to stick to that. I just think that, and I find her very authentic. I don't think she's coming with an agenda of who to fight with or whatever. So there's that. What else can I say? Well, Erica Jane is at home in her bungalow. Mind you, can I just say something? And we still have all the issues of whether who's paying for the bungalow and is it, Tom's friends or whatever. But Erica is showing us around the bungalow, which, first of all, it's in a good location. Second of all, it's two bedrooms. So you can make a whole bedroom a closet, which, yeah, great idea. I once had a two bedroom in New York. Great view of the Empire State Building, and I made the whole second bedroom a gym. I probably would make it a closet now, but there was no gym in the building, but those were the old days. Anyway, she is redoing this house, but as she is showing us around this bungalow, and then she takes us outside, it's like, look, the girl is buying herself a Porsche. And right, was it a Porsche or a Ferrari? My favorite car is a Mercedes. I love a Mercedes. I also love a BMW and I love a Bentley. So like I don't get into like the Ferrari, Porsche. If I was going to get myself a car today, and I don't drive, but if I was going to get myself a car or like a driver, I would want a white Mercedes outside with a tan inside. That's what I would want. White outside, tan inside, Mercedes with a driver. And I would really have to test out the drivers because I have a vertigo and people don't fucking know how to drive. And I get beyond sick, dizzy in 9 out of 10 Ubers that I get in the back of. Why are we speeding up? Again, here is a red light we're coming to. I'm okay if you run the red light, as long as like a car doesn't smash into us and I don't die. I'm actually okay if you run the red light. You should either speed up and run the red light or slowly, sir or ma'am, come to a stop as it is yellow. But we speed up to slam on the brake, and that's okay. But when I fucking throw up all over the back seat of your car, ain't my fucking problem. So I would have to test the driver out and really just make sure someone could drive properly. Anyway, moving on. Well, this Erica, I mean, do we feel who really feels sorry for Erica anymore? I mean, 2,000 square feet. It looks pretty nice. You have this whole outside, you have a pool. I don't care if it's a carriage house, if it's in the, yeah, so someone else is in the mansion or whatever. It's not a bad place to live, girlfriend. And by the way, she's in her glory with Martin Lawrence Biard. I mean, there's a gay man there, and he is like just in love with the fact that she is patting the puss. I mean, and she is just, I mean, this is there it's like a match made in heaven. Now, yes, he has done shares. Cher used to live right here in West Hollywood at Sierra Towers. He did that. He's done the Osbournes, Chloe, RuPaul. Martin Lawrence Biard was also on the show Million Dollar Decorators on a little network called Bravo. And he's been on a podcast known as Behind the Velvet Rope. Loved him. He also did RuPaul's and he did Kylie Jenner. So I'm going to reissue that with Martin Lawrence Biard. Someone recently just slipped into my DMs to tell me they absolutely loved my chat with Alexandra Dean, the director for This Is Paris, and they love our reissues. This is why we do these reissues. We have like 1,500 episodes here on the back feed. Don't bother looking for all of them. We'll just do the reissues. But well, you could go look for them. I would appreciate that actually. So my mind goes into the weeds. Is Erica really paying for this? Or is this like a Bravo thing of like, we didn't fire Erica. We're not firing Erica. We like Erica. It's one of Andy's favorites. And we need a storyline for Erica and Jane. And her storyline is going to be Dorit, we're really sorry. We are so sorry. Kyle doesn't want to talk about Morgan Wade. That's okay. She doesn't have to talk about Morgan Wade. Morgan Wade. And Dorit, you have to talk about really all the painful stuff that's going on in your life. Thank God, because we're having a good season with Dorit. And Erica, you got nothing, but you're not going to lose your job because you're Erica and Andy loves you and we love you. Let's give you a job. Would you like us to remodel your house? I mean, you mean to tell me now, I'm not saying she's starving to death because I just made that point, but as Erica said, I mean, Martin Lawrence Biard, sweetheart. That ain't no joke. Now, he ain't my style, okay? I've considered working with. He's not my style. It's not. It's too grand and over the top, darling. I'm very simple. Shades of beige.